Hi, everybody. This is to talk about your guidance analysis assignment. So, the purpose of this assignment is to help use the information that you've been learning about positive child guidance and apply them to the scenarios that are given below. So, the scenarios are down here. So, there's 5 different scenarios, things that you might see in a typical early childhood classroom. And so your job is to read each one of those scenarios and then think about the following things. Why do you think the child is exhibiting this behavior? Is it their age? Is it their developmental abilities? Do they have special needs? Is it culturally different than the child might be experiencing at home? And there's not a good match between homeschool expectations. Are they not understanding due to linguistic or language differences? Have they experienced trauma and that trauma is interfering with their ability to navigate the situation as well as they might, as well as we might? So, second, how might you address this directly? So, directly is what we do and say between ourselves and young children. So, might you ask them to stop? Might you ask them to do something different? Might you tell them what you'd like to see them doing? Might you redirect them? Might you move them from the area? What are things that you can directly do in an interaction with the child to reduce or mitigate that challenging behavior? What can you do indirectly? Is there something you can change about the structure and the setup of the classroom? Can you change the schedule? Can you change the lighting? Can you change how much time they get to spend outside? Can you change the way the furniture is arranged or the type of activities that you're providing? What can you do sort of behind the scenes that might help to reduce the behavior that you're seeing? What can you do personally? So, we are part of the guidance relationship. We do make a difference. So, how we maintain our own calm and cool impacts how the children are able to respond in a particular situation. So, what can you do to kind of get yourself under control as well? So, we're also going to dive into the pyramid model, which we discussed in class. So, the pyramid model, remember, there's like the bottom tier, which is everybody gets that. It's kind of the same thing that we do for every child in early childhood, all the way up to a child needing more serious intervention. So, what level at that pyramid do you think that this behavior goes with? Is this just kind of garden variety? We see this from children all the time, or is this something that you think is escalating up that pyramid? And then, how is your plan, what you are going to do directly and indirectly? How do you think it's going to positively impact the child, their social emotional development, their ability to interact with you, their ability to interact with other children? So, all of that information is going to get dropped into this chart, and you are welcome to copy it or uh, type onto this page whatever makes you happy in terms of using this table, but you're going to type, I mean, you don't have to use the table, but I set the table up so it would be easy. You could also write it out in a paper if that makes you happier, but just make sure that for all 5 scenarios, you answer each one of these questions. And then again, as per usual, we have our grading rubric that helps us to explain how the grading of this assignment is going to work.